Hey, hey, welcome to D Mace's Rant. I'm D Mace, your ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Welcome in, welcome in, man. Listen, I just had to get on here and drop this video about Clipped. Have y'all seen Clipped? Have you not seen Clipped? If you have not seen Clipped, man, go to it and check it out. I am not a big sports fan. Not even a big sports fan. I'm not a sports fan at all. Don't nobody come at me with that. I'm just not a sports fan. Never have been. But what I will say is this thing Clipped caught my attention. I've heard people talk about it before. I've heard people say, talk about Clipped and this, that, and the other. And I kind of remember even a few years ago that incident, like hearing that in passing and on the news and different things like that. A friend of mine was like, "Man, have you seen Clipped?" And I was like, "No, I didn't see it." It's like, "Check it out, check it out." So I checked it out and I was like, wow, this was really good. It stars Ed O'Neill, which is Ted Bundy, which is Al Bundy from Married with Children. You know him also in Modern Family. Very funny man, very funny man. And then also Lawrence Fishburne is in this as well. Um, Lawrence Fishburne plays Doc Rivers, and Ed O'Neill is playing. He's also playing Donald Sterling, um, and so this was wild because I had a whole lots of thought processes about this because you kind of get into an inside view of what it's like behind the scenes in the NBA, about behind the scenes in a lot of different professional sports. And so just to kind of sum it up and my thoughts on it, it was good. It was really good. It was really good. Really good insight to see, um, because you see how this particular owner, so far removed, the basketball players were commodities. They're money makers. That's all they were to him. But behind the scenes, like he's going in the locker room, "Hey man, great game, blah 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 blah, blah," talking all the stuff to them, and then he has a black girlfriend, young black girlfriend, who I thought was really interesting that there is a group of women that avail themselves to these owners and players and things like that. I mean, I just live in my small little world, so I don't know a whole lot about all this stuff, but it was quite surprising to see that. Um, and so this young lady, beautiful black young lady, she's hanging out with him, and like she's his girlfriend, she's his side piece. His wife knows about this, you know, everybody knows about this, basically. And so he's talking to her, and he's like, "Why are you hanging out with black people? I don't want you hanging out with black people. Stop taking pictures with black people." And so he's having these little interesting conversations that are now getting recorded, and so he gets in trouble. And it's crazy because his wife is like, "This is big. This is serious. We got to dig ourselves out of this," and treats his wife like trash. But in his mind, he's like, this stuff is just going right over his head. It's crazy. It's like, he's like, "We're gonna be fine." What? But so in his mind, he's okay with this stuff. But this was something that was going on, and probably still is going on now. Okay, let me kind of speed this up a little bit. Again, like I said, I'm not a big sports person, so I don't know a whole lot about this stuff. But just this particular incident caught my attention. And the one thing I thought was really interesting, and I don't know if that's true that happened. If it did, that's cool. If it didn't, I thought it was really good in this mini series, where Doc Rivers, played by Lawrence Fishburne, him and the guys. Once this gets leaked out, that the owner's talking this trash and he's saying these things. Him and the guys, they're sitting in a ballroom, and obviously they're divided in this because some of the guys are saying we need to protest. Some of the guys are saying we need to play ball. And so Lawrence Fishburne is kind of in the middle of this, taking it all in and listening to this playing Doc Rivers. And The thing I can say that I liked how Doc Rivers was really a no nonsense kind of guy. Like he really was looking out for the guys that had their best interest at heart. So like any given time, he's going to dig in somebody's behind. Like, yo, get out of this locker room. What are y'all doing here? You know what I'm saying? So he had the guys back. Anyway, there's a part in there where he plays this video, and the video is of Jesse Owens, different black athletes who back in the 60s and 70s, 50s, 30s, all that kind of stuff, had to take a stand in the midst of racial prejudice. Jesse Owens, for instance, he raced while Hitler was there. Hitler was like, yo, I don't want, Hitler was a wild dude, but he didn't protest it. He raced against it and fought to prove himself to be the best in the midst of all the things that he had to go through. And so he was showing them a lot of different people went up against obstacles and the raising of their hand and things like that in the midst of those things, which I thought was really cool. And how he broke it down, and he said, look, he said, you know what? Both of you are right. You should protest. You're right. But you also need to still get out there and kick behind. You're right about that. And then he converts the two things. So that was pretty cool to see that, man. That was very interesting. I was like, wow, this is wild. This is wild, man. A lot of thoughts. But I ain't gonna get into that right now. That's deep and philosophical. I ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, check out Clipped if you have not seen it. It's really, really good. The actors that are in this are great. It's deep. It's deep, man. It's really, really deep. But check it out. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you've seen it, give me your take on it. I agree with what Doc Rivers had decided. Like, let's get out there and do it anyway against the grain. Let's go and show these people, whoa, we're better than this. Anyway, that's my take on it. Hope that you guys had a great day. Happy Juneteenth once again. D Mace is your ranter, and this is the Rant Nation. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Send a comment. I'm enjoying the conversations I'm having with some of you guys, the dialogue that we're having, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. We're up to 77 subscriptions. Let's keep them moving up. All right, y'all. So have a great day. Again, D Mace, your ranter. This is the Rant Nation. Have a great night.